Out of the horrific murders of a wealthy Washington family and their housekeeper, one suspect, an ex-con, is in custody. Officials say he held the family captive inside their mansion for at least 18 hours. But the investigation is far from over. Police are still looking for additional suspects. Julianna Goldman is in our Washington bureau with the latest. Good morning, Julianna.
Good morning. Well, investigators haven't said much about the motive behind the gruesome killings of the Savopoulos family and their housekeeper, Vera Figueroa, but they do say that more than one person may have been involved and that the suspect had help fleeing.
Daron Wint is charged with first-degree murder. He made a brief court appearance Friday after being captured late Thursday.
The residents of the District of Columbia grieve with the Savopoulos and Figueroa family, and we at the U.S. Attorney's Office will use the full force of the law to make sure justice is served in this matter.
The arrest warrant says Savas Savopoulos, his wife Amy, and housekeeper Vera Figueroa died from blunt force and sharp force injuries. Savas and Amy's 10-year-old son Philip died from thermal and sharp force injuries. The crimes documents say seem to require the presence and assistance of more than one person. Investigators say the horror for the four victims began around 6 p.m. on Wednesday, May 13th, when Wint and possibly others held them hostage in this D.C. home. While the family was being held captive, court papers say Mrs. Savopoulos called a local Domino's at 9:14 p.m. Wednesday. She ordered 2 pizzas, charged them to her credit card, and had them left outside the front door. The DNA that linked Wint to the murders came from an unfinished slice of pizza. The next morning, Mr. Savopoulos contacted business associates at his company, American Iron Works. Employees there drove to a local bank, withdrew $40,000, and drove the money to the Savopoulos house. The money was placed in the front seat of a red car at the home, and the hostages were apparently killed a few hours later.
The manhunt for Wint began Tuesday when police first identified him as their suspect. Using social media and witness accounts, a task force tracked him to a motel in Maryland. When they got there, they saw a suspicious van and car, tailed the 2 vehicles on just a hunch that Wint was in one of them. Veneta police arrested the 5 people in those vehicles, 5 other people in those vehicles, but they've since been released.
Story is just so hard to hear. Julianna Goldman in our Washington bureau this morning. Thank you.